Hi, honey buns. It's me, the Courtney Williams. Welcome back to another weekly mental live check-in. Sis, I'm like wired up to the tea a little bit because I've been drinking this coffee, but as you can see, I'm having a self moment. I just had the most amazing shower, and I had to put a face mask on. Girl, I like shaved my legs. I got this really amazing soap. I washed my hair, took my nail polish off, which I'm actually gonna repolish my nails while we're on live as well, possibly, but this is the color I'm gonna use. So I really had to start this live over too because I want to say there was some connectivity issues, but let's just do a quick little recap to bring y'all forth and back and forth. So last week was tough for me. I basically had a tower moment last week, and for anyone who isn't familiar with that terminology, it's something that is frequently referred to in tarot readings. And a tower moment, if you had a visual depiction of what you may be feeling emotionally, it's like you're on a tower. You know how tall a damn tower is, okay? It's tall. So you on a tower and that bitch on fire. And it's crumbling at the base. Like it's coming down. Change is happening. And you got a choice, either to stay on it and come down with it, or you're going to have to jump. Either way, you're still going to be okay, because, I mean, change is for your, everything that happens is for your divine highest good. It's just that during the process of change, sometimes it doesn't feel the best, and sometimes it could just be very frightening from the perspective that you may have before the change occurs, because it's like, you might be trying to hold on to something that is no longer serving you. And I can't say that I remember the exact last tower moment that I had, but I know for sure this tower moment hit me very heavy, like very, very heavy. Now, I say that because I feel like all of 2019, I'm sure a tower moment popped up. I just feel like at the place where I was at, I handled things a lot more zen, you know what I mean? Like, I still have a lot of spiritual tools that I use. However, I feel like this time around, like I said in last week's live, because y'all know that live was short and y'all almost didn't even get the live, but I was like, you know what? I made a commitment that I'm gonna, if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna go live once a week. So I still made sure that I popped on live last week for y'all, but I'm sure y'all can tell that I was not all the way present with y'all. I was like, let me just hop on for a little quick little 1-2 piece and a biscuit, and then I'm gonna have to go. And basically, it just was a really emotional week for me, and I just feel like I just surrendered and I let everything go. You know, like normally, I'm not even gonna say normally. I feel like from 2019 onward, even a little bit at the end of 2018, because I feel like 2018, I got hit with a lot of triggers and a lot of power moments back to back as well. And that just kind of taught me, you know, what like signs to look out for when I'm starting to get depressed, or what signs to look for when I'm about to have a shutdown. And I feel like 2019, even though I wasn't fully present on social media, because I felt like spiritually I couldn't do both. You know, spiritually I needed to do more like going within, but I feel like I didn't have any major shutdowns where I wasn't like talking to my friends and stuff like that. But this last week, honey, like when I tell y'all, I literally have like 32 missed messages right now that I have not answered on WhatsApp. And I know I posted a little bit on Instagram, because even today I saw a message from somebody who apparently has also messaged me on WhatsApp, and they was upset with me, and I'm about to message them back today. But I feel like it's all about perception, you know, because as authentic, honest, and genuine as I am, I feel like because I'm a Taurus and a Virgo, Scorpio, moon and rising, You know, I never look like what the fuck I'm going through. You know what I mean? Like, literally, when I write my life book, people gonna be like, bitch, you went through what? Like, what? Like, I'm telling y'all, nobody can walk my shoes. And rightfully so. Everybody gotta walk their own damn journey. But at the same time, I just feel like people take the virtual life too far. You know, it gives people room to be entitled to make assumptions that are not necessary. But I feel like it's going to be okay, because at the end of the day, if I feel like I need some time, you know, because I'm going through a damn meltdown and I can't talk right now because something is in turmoil within my spirit, like I personally don't feel like I owe nobody a damn explanation. Like, I'm gonna get to you when I get to you, when I get to you. And that's just that on that, because shit, my spirituality and my personal, you know, need is priority in my life, you know. And some people may call that selfish. Some people may have a hard time dealing with that, but I don't really care, because I'm like, what you think people was doing before they had all this instant connection? Like, I don't care that we got social media and cell phones. Like, if my spirit say no, bitch, that's what my spirit say. So, yeah. So, basically, I'm going to have some conversation. Like, first of all, after, I'm still not even, like, let me see. Basically, I'm at a point now where I'm out of the tower moment has passed, okay? The tower moment happened last week. Well, actually, at the beginning of last week, and I dealt with the fallout of all of that tower moment. It's almost time for my mask to come off, but I dealt with the fallout of that tower moment, and I feel like because I had some scheduled posts on Instagram, some people was feeling the way, but I'm just like, look, I'm still not messaging anybody back yet. Like, I'm not answering no calls right now. Like I'm not answering no calls. So for anybody who didn't send me a message and I haven't responded yet, this is why, boo. So just chill and give me a moment to get my spirit together. And basically, I got a homework to do, because during this meltdown, I didn't do no homework, and I got a couple of things that are backed up, and I need to get all of it done today so I can get caught up in this class as well. So that's my first priority. It's like, I've had this moment to have this meltdown. I had some major tearful moments. And then today I finally had just a major self-care moment, which I totally needed. And now I feel ready to tackle all this homework that I got. And then after that, I'm moving today as well. And then I will be messaging everybody back once I get settled. But it's very interesting though, because I pulled some cards. Well, I did some tarot, and hey, crazy Bubba. I did some tarot, and basically one of the messages that I got out of it was that, first of all, I got confirmation that I was definitely going through a tower moment. Okay, because I definitely, like, when I tell y'all, I wasn't okay last week. I wasn't okay. I wasn't okay, sis. I wasn't okay. I think it's time for this to come off. Yes. Come on for the skin. Wait, what's that? Oh, that's a little hair, because I washed my hair today, honey. I got this particular sheet mask. I don't remember the brand, but this was a cucumber and aloe vera type of sheet mask, which is really great for your skin. So, yeah, basically I got confirmation in the tarot that I definitely indeed was going through a tower moment. And I also got a message that at some point I'm going to have a reflective moment about this tower moment, because I definitely know some shit popped up, you know, because I just know how my mood was this, like, last week. Like, I was upset. Like, I was upset. My inner spirit was upset. My inner child was upset. Like, when I tell you, you know, it's like, it was like remembering that even when things don't feel good, I'm still taken care of. and remembering to be grateful even when I'm in a moment of a character building opportunity, or, you know, just, you know what I mean? And it was definitely a moment where, like, literally when I started to come out, when I started to snap out, right? When I started to feel like myself again, I just had to tell Spirit that I was sorry, and like, I'm grateful, like, thank you. Because at the end of the day, like, a lot of shit was popping off, but at the same time, I still was taken care of. You know what I mean? Like, particularly with one of the things, like, girl, my money has been in an account that I haven't been able to access. Like, just think about the stress. Being in another country and you have money, but you can't access it, and the cash that you have on hand runs out, sis. But it worked out for me because the place that I'm currently staying, I'm actually about to move, but the place that I'm currently staying at, they allow me to stay without, basically, I'm paying them today. So it just was a lot going on. Like, it was a lot. And then, like, it just was a lot. It was a lot going on. I'm telling y'all, when I write this book, y'all gonna be like, sis, what? That happened? What? Like, yeah. But one time for me, making it through, I gotta give myself props because I always push through. And I'm still gonna be in Bangkok. So I have, my visa doesn't expire until the 4th of March. I've been keeping an eye on flights because there's some places that I need to be in March and April. But I haven't booked any flights yet because the flights ain't really looking ideal yet. Plus, like I said, my money wasn't accessible for like a good chunk of time. And honestly, the deposit that hit my account, I was expecting this damn deposit in January. We in March. We in February now. Well, technically we in May. But you know, like spiritually, mentally, we farther in the year. But it's like, you know, just a woosah. However, I know a lot surfaced. You know what I mean? I know a lot surfaced emotionally for me right now. Like during that week of my tower moment, you know, a lot surfaced. A lot of feelings surfaced. A lot of shit surfaced. And in the process of the tower moment, I wasn't really in a place where I could process what fully was happening and why it was happening, because I just felt angry and a bit overwhelmed and just like, damn, why is it happening right now though? Like, what I do though? Like, that was where I was at. However, in my tarot, I got the confirmation that basically I'm gonna have a moment to reflect on these thoughts that popped up, on just everything, because it's very interesting as well that it happened during the full moon. Like the full moon just happened on I want to say the full moon just happened, it wasn't too far, like I want to say on the 9th was when the full moon happened. And I feel like the full moon was like bringing up a bunch of shit. Like, I mean, all the moon, whenever the full moons be popping off, shit be popping off. You know what I mean? Whatever needs to be healed, worked on, focused on, it pops up. And it's just interesting that all of this popped up during this time. Now, if y'all have, I'm sure y'all have already seen the title of this video. And you probably like, Courtney, but what you mean you done? What you talking about, sis? You're not gonna make no more videos. What's up? And honestly, y'all, I did have a plan for this year, but y'all know how spirit shows up and be like, sis, actually, what we about to do is something entirely different. And so, yeah, for now, I'm done with the Courtney Williams. I'm done with the brand for now. I feel like as I was coming out of this tower moment, I had an epiphany about the brand. And honestly, I feel like I haven't been feeling good about it for a while. It's just, I feel like y'all know it's been a minute since I'm polishing my toes as I talk to y'all. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm polishing my toes. But y'all know, like, I haven't put out when the last time I put out an edited video? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I actually put out a edited video. And it's not because I don't edit my own videos, because I do. I edit all of my videos. I've only had someone edit videos for me like maybe twice, possibly 3 times. But I feel like, because I would honestly, as good as I edit, I do eventually want to move to having a whole team. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have, like, I just want to be able to focus on one part and delegate everything else. So I think it's great that I know how to edit and stuff and do everything that's needed for my brand. However, eventually I will have a team. I'll have an assistant. I'll have an editor. I'll have a whole video people, all the people I need to make my visions come to life. And at one point in the past, I was testing out, I actually tested out 2 different videographers. I think it was 3, because one videographer did like 2 video edits for me. Because I'm like, if I'm gonna pay you, you gotta edit to the quality that I edit or better. And basically, it still was an issue with them delivering the videos in time. So I couldn't really move forward with them. However, y'all know it's just been a minute. Like, I'm sure y'all missed the vlogs, and I thought they was coming back, sis. I really did. Like, I was really feeling like they was coming back. I really was. And after this tower moment, my spirit is like, no, sis, they ain't. They ain't. We in February, and this was when I was going to begin releasing some of the content that y'all haven't seen yet. But that's not the focus right now. Not really gonna share what the focus is just yet. Y'all just gonna have to, be on the lookout. And I just feel like during this tower moment, Spirit has been sharing ideas and things with me that I have been taking note of. And I just felt like at the end of this tower moment, as I was coming out, Spirit was like, you need to release the Courtney Williams is my baby. You know what I mean? Like, from the videos that I've already posted here, like this was my first time doing YouTube. And, sometimes even in the beginning, I was all over the place with like the type of videos that I was doing and things like that. And it's like I came out of this tower moment and it was like Spirit was like, okay, you're gonna have to release this for a moment. So I'm not saying like I'm done forever. And I'm not saying that y'all not gonna still see me, because like I said, I'm still going to show up here for a weekly live. At the very least, I'm gonna show up every week, once a week, most of the time on Thursdays. Every now and again, that might vary, but most of the time, Thursday gonna be our day for us to catch up, chat, and I can, check in on like what's going on, how I'm feeling, where I'm at, and all that good jazz. However, all the other plans that I had for like, finally putting out content, it's like they're burnt out. Like I don't feel very motivated to do anything for the Courtney Williams right now. And as much as I love y'all, I gotta be honest. Y'all been reaching out to me in DMs, emails, and stuff, and it's been feeling very burdensome. Like, it's been feeling like a bit of a burden. And I don't want y'all to take that the wrong way. It's just, those feelings of being burnt out and those feelings of also having a bit of financial stress and this not being fun for me right now. Like for now, like, you know, it's just not fun for me right now. And I know in 2019, my brand, The Courtney Williams, took a bit of a turn where I was like, okay, 2019 shit gotta make sense. You know, like financially, this brand gotta make sense as well. So I started putting out a lot of content for y'all as well, like, you know, paid content that I feel like would be useful for y'all and useful for me on the financial end as well, because it's like real shit, you know, creators out here still gotta make a living. Okay, you know what I mean? And I have streams of income that are expected, but I'm just like, I come on for the increase, okay? Like, come on for the increase and for, you know, increasing so I can do the things that I want. And I just realized too, I was like, damn, I'm not feeling good. You know what I mean? Like, especially during this tower moment. Hey, goodness, guys. Especially during this tower moment, I just had a moment of reflection of like, damn, I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling like I'm doing what I really want to be doing. Like, yeah, I'm very grateful for the things that I have in my life and the opportunities that I've been able to have, but this ain't even it. This not fully where I need, where, you know, this ain't where I'm going yet. Like, I'm still in a transition. And then I just realized after this tower, or coming out of this tower moment, I was like, I'm not excited about the Courtney Williams brand right now. Like, I'm not excited, and it's affecting me in terms of creating new content for y'all. And I don't want to just be doing stuff just for the money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be just putting out things. And let me take this other thing back a little bit, because all the stuff that I put out in 2019 wasn't for profit, because I did do a lot of accountability activities, and I did all of those for free to just, you know, help whoever wanted to, you know, get some accountability for a couple of different things, like meditating, like fitness, couple of different things. So it wasn't all about the money, but I definitely feel like in the back of my head is like, look, I gotta make some shit make sense on the financial tip. And honestly, I just had a little reflection. I was like, you know what? I need to step. I need a break from the Courtney Williams for now. You know, there's ideas in my head that Spirit has been giving me, and I've been writing. I like this idea that yes, choose what you want. Guinness guy says, I'm trying to live by your, like, you know, honoring what I need right now and saying, okay, look, I need to release and let go of the focus that I've been putting into the Courtney Williams and shift it somewhere else. Like, that's me choosing what I want. You know what I mean? That's me choosing the energy that I want. That's me having a self-care moment. Just saying, look, it's hard to do this because the Courtney Williams is my baby. But, you know, what I desire for this to be right now is not what it is. And Spirit has given me something else to focus on that I believe is going to basically help me reroute back to the Courtney Williams. So it's like I'm taking a little detour, you know, I'm taking a little detour, but I feel like it's going to come back full circle, and then, you know, the full ecosystem will come together in divine timing. And at the same time, it's like, it's just like, you know, the life I desire to live is one of happiness and excitement. And I'm like, I'm not excited or happy to create content right now, because like when I think about it and I think about like the time that I put into it, I'm like, I've been traveling for like almost 5 years. And The Courtney Williams started maybe about 2 years before that, but it was a bit different because I was just doing makeup, and y'all know I've had a lot of different changes. And so I'm like, I still was feeling a little salty because I'm like, this ain't quite where it needs to be. It's not for the almost 5 year mark. It ain't where it needs to be. And what we gonna do? You know, are we gonna continue to put in more time and effort? Or are we gonna strategize and take a little detour? And I'm like, fuck it. I release and I surrender. And I'm going to allow spirit to let me refocus my energy somewhere else that I believe is going to be just better for me and what I desire. Because off bat, like after I started coming out of this tower moment, I started looking at like, you know, the foundational pieces that need to be in place for the new focus, and I was already like super hyped. Like so many things have been coming full circle because, like I said, this spirit brought me this idea. Like basically, spirit brought me this idea maybe 2-3 years ago, and spirit just been dropping little details and little ideas on me, and I've just been writing everything down. And now it's like spirit's like, it's time to refocus. It's time to refocus and just, yeah, it's time to refocus. And then it was like I also had a message of like, you know, so far with the Courtney Williams, it's been a great opportunity for me to try out a bunch of different things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so grateful for y'all. Like, y'all have allowed me to hop all over the place with the type of videos that I make, with, you know, my posting schedule. Just, you know, there's been a lot of understanding on y'all end as well. So I appreciate that. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of understanding in terms of how I create here and things like that. And I believe this has given me a good opportunity to test run. You know what I mean? It's like this has been a test run, you know, like a trial and error moment. Like I've had a lot of trial and error moments. And girl, this color looks so good on me. I love a hot pink on my skin. Like, yes, honey. Yes. So that is what it is. So basically, I want to let y'all know that I'm done for now. Okay. So y'all still gonna get these lives every week, but all the vlogs, like I'm like every piece of content that has previously been recorded that I just haven't been able to get out for y'all right now, y'all ain't gonna get it yet. Eventually you gonna get it, but I don't know when that eventually is going to be. And I ain't got no content for y'all right now. Like I'm not putting out anything else for the Courtney Williams right now. And I mean the Courtney Williams on all the platforms. So on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. Where else am I at? I'm on Facebook. Granted, I'm still gonna, what's going to happen is basically this is no longer going to be my focus for the time being. Okay? For the time being, building the Courtney Williams brand is not going to be my focus. And I feel like it's okay because I have enough content on YouTube and Instagram to suffice the new eyes. Okay? Now, for my, you know, loyal crew, like I said, for YouTube, I still am going to be doing lives, so I'll still be able to catch up with y'all, check in, and y'all be able to know what's happening and things like that. In terms of Instagram, like even I had for the post that I've just put out so far since I've come back to Instagram, like the plan initially was like I was going to do 3 posts a day, 4 days out the week. I'm not doing none of that. Okay, basically y'all might get a post once a week. I still will do Insta stories, but it's like I'm not going to be as active on any of the Courtney Williams platforms. Like I would say still follow because there will be things there that will be coming on at least a weekly basis. But in terms of putting all of my energy there daily, that's not going to happen this year. It's not happening. But I'll show up there weekly on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. And if you're following me in those places, specifically if you're following me on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, you will be able to pick up little pieces of where my focus will be going moving forward in 2019. Okay, so just, follow me on Instagram so you can stay in the know. Because honestly, in my virtual life, Instagram's like my home base. You know what I mean? Like, I do like posting stories. That does come pretty natural. I feel like my stories will still probably be active. It's just that, girl, I just bought a damn Sims, okay? I've been in Thailand for like 2 months, and I did not have a Sim, so I had no damn data when I left the house. And, yeah, I just got a fucking Sim, so I feel like I'm going to be posting to the stories a little bit more, but I ain't making no promises, basically. I ain't making no promises. That's what I'm telling you, girl. Like, it's just something about polishing my nails that just feels so good to me. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at. And I'm refocusing. I'm refocusing my energy to a new project that I feel very excited about. And I feel very, I feel like it's a little leap. But at the same time, I just feel like it's going to do, because honestly, all the projects lead back to the Courtney Williams anyway. The way that I started to develop my brand in 2019, not 2019, I want to say 2017. Like, I just started looking at my brand as an ecosystem. And so it's just like, okay, now it's time to focus on another. Instead of focusing on the full brand, it's like it's time to focus on a subsection. That's just what it is. So, yeah, thank you for understanding. Thank you for understanding. And thank you for supporting me. Like, I appreciate you so much. Because, honey, I was having a moment, and even at the end of the year, I was kind of upset. I was like, because I was asking myself, because I do have, some of y'all have been supporting me, like, let me see, because I don't want nobody to get upset, but at the same time, look, I'm going to tell y'all the truth, okay? So if you upset about my truth, I don't know what to tell you, boo. But basically, in my posts, things like that, like, I appreciate that. However, I have some other honey buns who literally, whatever type of product I put out, they always purchase it, and they support me in those type of ways. And like, financial support is still a big thing. Like, like, not to say that supporting through liking, reposting, sharing, all that, that's great as well. However, in terms of stability and consistency, because like, real shit, when you're unstable, it's hard to be creative and consistent. It really is. It's difficult. When you're building your financial side of a brand, it can be stressful, and the whirlwind that comes along with that, it's just it's just a little journey. It's just a little journey. That's what it is. So I just want to say a special shout out to all my honey buns who purchased the ebooks, who purchased one-on-one consultations with me. For all of you who've already purchased your spot to be at the retreat, babe, honey, I'm so excited about that as well. So this is why I'll still be on Instagram a little bit, because I do need to start putting up some details about some of my guest speakers. It's about to be everything. So all of the paid products and services that I put out for my honey buns who actually purchase them every single time. Because I even have some honey buns, like, they purchased the spiritual toolkit like 2 or 3 different times. You know what I mean? And I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much. Like, thank you so much. Okay? Like, you don't understand. Like, that helps me so much. Okay? Like, girl, I'm able to eat. Okay? And that's important. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. However, I was having some like, what's the proper terminology? Cognitive dissonance about it, because I just felt like I'm putting out this paid content, but it's not moving as much as I would like it to move. And I honestly was gonna have a conversation with y'all and ask y'all why. Like, real shit. I was thinking about this. I was like, damn, maybe I should just do a little video and ask them why they not buying it. And you know what I mean? Because it's like, some of y'all are, but I would like for more of y'all too. And then I just had a moment, like, I had this tower moment, and I was just like, yeah, I need a little shift. I need a shift, because I just need a shift. So that's where I'm at on that. Okay, that's where I'm at on that. And yeah, shifts are happening, and I'm very excited for the change. And I'm very excited for where this change is going to take me. I'm excited to be starting something new. And I'm so damn excited that I'm out of this tower moment. And I'm very much so looking forward to reflecting, to get for, like, just get, you know, I need to get some more details about what else surfaced, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, like I said, during the moment, you don't catch it all. But then later, if you process and you think about it, you like, oh, that thought process got to go. Or this and that got to go too. You know what I mean? So I'm having some moments. And it's all working for my divine highest good. And I'm excited. Period. I'm excited. Girl, my toes look cute. Now let me think. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to share with y'all right now. I am still going to be doing Patreon. I have a lot of diaries, a lot of audio diaries that I'm going to be sharing there. And I'm moving. So I've been staying near the Dam Myung airport. And y'all know I missed my flight last week, so it just made sense to stay closer to the airport, so I didn't have to pay a lot for my taxi, because the Dam Myung airport is kind of far out of the city. Well, it's still in Bangkok, but it's far. It's far. And basically, it all just worked out for me this way. So I've been staying here for like the last 9 days, but now I'm basically moving back into the city. So I'm going to be staying near the MRT subway, SkyTrain station. And I'm actually going to be doing a work packer experience. I hadn't done a work packing experience in a while. The last one that I did was in, where was I at? The last one I did was in Korea. I went to this place called Busan. I did a work pack. So work package is basically you stay for free and you work in exchange for accommodations and maybe meals. They have different arrangements. Like the first place I worked at was in Brazil. I fucking love this place. Like, girl, I was a night person. So basically, I was like, it really was not hard work. I was just sitting behind the desk, opening the door for people, doing my own shit on my computer while I, while people was coming and going. Sometimes I sleep. Like, girl, I was having a whole moment, and it was so great because the location was like around the corner from the beach. I can't wait to go back to Brazil. I definitely feel like I'm gonna stay there again. And it just was great. Like, the guy who owned it, he was so dope. He'd always, like, you know, get us lunch and stuff. And then, of course, like, breakfast was included, which was a really great breakfast. It just was a vibe. Like, I fucking loved it. But then the workpacker experience that I had in Korea, I hated it. Like, it was trash. Like, the actual room was trash. The work was trash. The people were trash. And the weather was trash. Like, it was trash as fuck. And I didn't even stay the whole entire contract. Like, I ended up leaving. I was like, nah, I'm out of this bitch. I'm not going to stay here for this. Fuck this. Like, no. And since then, I hadn't done any work packing experiences. But Spirit has also been working on my financial literacy, okay? And basically, like I said, y'all know I just got the deposit that I was expecting in January. It hit. However, even though I wasn't able to access it from that particular account for like, shit, it was like a good 9 damn days. Like, I want to say I just accessed like a little bit of it today. Well, last night, but I had to go through some shit to even get that little bit to the account that I actually have the card on. But it's still a big chunk that I'm going to probably have to wait another 9 days to get. However, you know, because I come from a background of Black. I come from a background of struggle. And that is not how I'm going out of this world. And in order to shift financially and to, you know, move to the next level of abundance, it's like, you know, I have to take accountability and be responsible for how I'm moving financially and building my own personal economy. You know what I mean? So I've basically been doing a lot of research, not even since 2019, y'all. I've been doing a lot of, like, I feel like when I was in college, like when I was young, I'm still fucking young, but when I was younger, like when I was like 18, 19, you know, like I had an idea of financial literacy. Like I had an idea of like good financial practices. However, I found it very difficult to implement these financial practices because, you know, I'm like the first in my family for a lot of shit. You know, like I know I'm gonna be the first billionaire in my damn family. And it's like nobody ever showed me, you know, I didn't have the actual practice of implementing these things in childhood. So it's like, you know, becoming a young adult and being like practically kicked out of my foster mom and just kind of being thrown to the world. Yeah, really being thrown into the world, you know, making all kind of mistakes. It's like, that's what happened. Mistakes happened, you know, and I just feel like at some point in your adulthood, it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are going to happen all through your life. We are all fucking practicing. So be kind with yourself. Like, we all practicing. Don't nobody have it fucking set. Don't nobody have it all figured out. Like, we're figuring out pieces of our journey as we go along. You know what I mean? And we making mistakes sometimes. And that shit is okay. It's just like, once you make your mistakes, maybe sometimes 1, 2, maybe 3, sometimes even more, however long it takes for you to get the idea of whatever the lesson is, it's like at some point, once you get the lesson, you have to shift your behavior and you got to take responsibility in order for that behavior to shift. You know, it literally takes a moment of realizing like, okay, something was lacking here, either in the thought process, either in the implementation, something was lacking here, and I realize it now, and now I'm gonna move in this particular way to bring in what is lacking. And I feel like for me, what also popped up during the last full moon was like a, you know, a feeling of unworthiness because of my relationship with my father and my mother. Like, I haven't talked to my mom in like almost 5 years. And my dad, he's like a deadbeat dad, honestly. And he was trying to come back into my life when I started traveling. But like recent, y'all know, I had, you know, sent him a little message like, we need to have a conversation so we can move forward. And he like totally acted like what I said, like he didn't hear what the fuck I said on multiple occasions. So needless to say, I don't have a relationship with my parents. And I was realizing when I was doing some soul work, I was like, damn, this has really been affecting me. Because, you know, as a child, you think like, you see, you know, children operating with their parents. And then you see how you're operating with your parents. And it don't feel good. You know what I mean? That rejection pops up. And then, you know, I feel like it was very interesting to me to feel unworthy, or for it to come to my conscious mind, because I never felt like I never consciously felt like I was unworthy. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, honestly, I'm very confident and I'm very secure in who I am, especially at this point. I definitely feel like my confidence grew over time because I was not always this confident. However, it was a shocker to me to feel this confident in this area of my life, in this time in my life, and to also in my subconscious have feelings of unworthiness. So my inner self was telling me, sis, you need to do some worthiness affirmation. You need to open up your heart chakra even more. You know, you need to, realize that like your parents not gonna give you what the fuck that you think they should give you. They like, what is the standard, or what society thinks is like, this is what my family should be doing. This is what my mom should be doing for me. This is what my dad should be doing for me. And not even just material wise, like even on an emotional level or on a support level, like it's like my spirit was like, baby, you gotta let it go. And it's okay. It all has helped me become the woman I am. And I'm a lot stronger because I didn't have them, like, baby, I pulled through in a lot of different ways. Like, I've gone through a lot of things. I'm telling you, I don't look like what the fuck I've been through. I'm telling you. And the shit that I go through, I carry me well, okay? I carry me well. And I'm proud of myself because I'm like, I've come a long way and I'm going even further. So all of this spirit was like, okay, you gotta let that shit go. Like, I feel like I've been holding on to it, like, and just holding on to this hope that, like, they gonna come around, and they not. Like, they might come around after it's all said and done, but like, in this point, before I get to my success, because I feel successful now, like, yes, my life looks very unrecognizable to what I would have thought as a child. Like, as going through my childhood, I could have never told you that I would be traveling the world right now. Like, I could not, like, my inner child is just as motherfucking astonished, like, damn. This is your life right now. Wow. You know what I mean? But it's like, I just feel like my family, like some of my family has started to look at me in a certain way. Like, they don't look at me like the black sheep anymore, because I feel like some of them see this light. I feel like they always saw the damn light of me, but it's like now they're not treating me like the black sheep. And I do feel like it's a very interesting place to be, from once upon a time feeling like the black sheep and now feeling like the swan, you know what I mean? And still with my parents in particular feeling like they don't quite see it yet, but it's okay. You know what I mean? Like they don't quite realize that this, but it's okay. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, you know. And so in that, I've been realizing like how I feel about money, how I operate with money, dark patterns that I have based on childhood, based off of how I've seen money come through my family, and how I desire money to come through my life and my lineage moving forward. And just realizing that, like, okay, some things gotta change, and actually putting those changes into process, you know. And that for me looked like getting more clear on financial literacy, really breaking down my budget and really sticking to it, and really processing my needs, my wants, and my goals. You know what I mean? Like, it has looked like a lot of new habits, a lot of new habits. And I'm excited, but I can't lie. When I was processing, like literally realizing that this new deposit was coming in, I was like, okay, we're going to approach this in a different way in terms of our spending habits, in terms of, you know, how I'm saving to invest, just in terms of everything. Like, it's just like we moving different. You want different results, you got to move differently. So I can't lie, during my tower moment, I was also feeling emotional about my motherfucking budget. I was like, oh, I fuck a budget. Shit. But not really. But like, I was definitely, girl, I was in my motherfucking feelings last week, okay? I was in my feelings. I told y'all I was crying like all damn week. Like, that's a little dramatic. Not all week, but multiple times throughout last week, a bitch was like very tearful, like very like ugly cry tearful. So yeah, yes for the change. Okay, yes for the change. Yes for surrendering. Yes for letting go of what no longer serves our divine highest good. Yes for realizing that even when it doesn't feel like it, everything is working for our good. Like, every single thing is working for our good. Yes for, you know, prioritizing our self-care, prioritizing our own spiritual needs. Yes, for honoring that and following through with whatever we need, even if that means you ain't talking to no motherfucking body for however long, or, you know, just honoring what you need. And I know society likes to say, oh, that's selfish and things like that. And some people may get upset, you know, because even like I said, I literally got a message on Instagram from actually 2 different people who were upset. And honestly, one of them in particular, she is not wrong in her feelings. I understand where she's coming from, but at the same time, there's a blind spot on her end. She don't know what I've been dealing with this past week, which is why once I have taken care of fully what I need to do energetically and spiritually and then school-wise, and, you know, like once I'm fully done with what I need to do to re-enter my messages and things like that, to, you know, respond to people, then I will have an open and honest conversation with her and let her know. And I'm sure she's gonna be fine with it, because, you know, she's definitely one of those people that is open to communication. But at the same time, I just want to say, like, don't let that, don't, like, someone else's feelings is not your fucking responsibility. So she feel her way, she's entitled to the way that she feels, but she is not entitled for me to hold her feelings. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have a conversation with you, and I'm gonna let you know. For everybody who got a little problem, I'm gonna
Let them know and be honest, you know, about what's what and what needs to be said and move and how forward movement can take place. But at the same time, it's like my priority is me. My priority is my energy and my spirituality. Because honestly, if I'm not good, I can't do shit for nobody. And that even goes to something as simple as a message, you know. So yes, for doing what is necessary for your own personal growth. Okay, even during power moments, whatever is needed at any given time. Yes, for doing that. Okay, like sometimes that means a lot of different things. So yes, for honoring that. And thank you. Yes, for you. Yes, for you for listening to this message and for allowing me this safe space to share my journey. Like, I do feel very excited about being able to check in with y'all every week. You know what I mean? I know last week was tough, but it's still like, I'm glad I still came through and I stayed committed and I didn't miss last week. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like I am transformed. Like, I'm always transforming. And even in this moment, even in this period of time, because like part of my meltdown I was having this last week, like I was reflecting about my last 5 months too. And I was like, damn, I wasn't really feeling the best, you know, but I was really persevering, you know, like I was thinking about my last 5 months and I was like, that shit was shitty. Like, this last 5 months was quite trash. Like, if I compare my last 5 months to, like, you know, different periods of my travel, like this was definitely a low period of time. Like, this was a low period for me. But it was like a lot of lessons and a lot of full circle moments and a lot of tough conversations. And during the process, I didn't feel low because I've gathered a lot of spiritual tools that I've been using. And I knew I was persevering in a lot of ways, in a lot of different periods of time during the last 5 months. I knew, I was like, okay, this is a perseverance moment and I'm going to push through. You know, and I was fine with it. And I also was feeling like, you know, I know I'm doing the motherfucking work, so I know the rewards is coming. I ain't tripping. I'm gonna continue to persevere. Y'all. So it was like I'm persevering, and I feel like it's a character moment, but it wasn't affecting me too much emotionally until last week. It was like everything just came to a motherfucking head. Like everything that maybe I was holding. I don't really feel like I was holding it in. Maybe to some extent, I just feel like all the perseverance that has been happening for the last 5 months, whatever emotions wanted to come out, they all came out last week. And I'm thankful for the release. For allowing me this safe space to share. If you made it to the end of this live, shout out to you. Hopefully you got some type of message in what I'm going through right now that, you know, gives you some clarity on your own journey, that resonated with you in some type of way to help you face something or release something or move forward or keep moving, you know, keep persevering, because it's like shit happens on your journey. Shit happens and it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay. Whatever is needed, it's okay. Even if it doesn't look like what society says it should look like, especially when it comes to productivity. Because like when I shut down last week, when I was having my meltdown, like I definitely wasn't productive in the sense of what society feels like is productivity. However, spirit needed something different, you know, so it's okay. So yeah, thank you. And I'm gonna go now because like I said, I got some homework to do, quite a bit of homework to do. And I'm also moving today. Oh, and before I go, so the work packing experience I'm about to do
in this other place. It's like off by the MRT. It's actually a really cute place. I'm actually really excited. They had a bunch of reviews. All the reviews were really great, and they're not needing much because I realized, like, I don't really be wanting to do a lot of shit during my work packing experiences. Like, I'm really selective about, like, just about work. You know what I mean? Like, giving my time, you know, because my time is very valuable, and it's like, there's some shit I can't get back, you know. So I'm like, do I really want to do that or not? And then, you know, I know as I'm moving forward, especially as I'm aligning more with my higher self and divine spirit, I'm realizing, like, my idea of work is changing. Like, I am not about the motherfucking grind. Fuck the grind, baby. I like alignment and flow. Okay, so fuck all that other shit. But this is actually like a overnight receptionist. So it seems like the same thing that I was doing while I was in Brazil, which is like really chill and relaxed and like laid back. But I'm not gonna really know until I get there. So next week when I check in with y'all, I will let y'all know how that work packing experience goes. And I got a backup plan, because if it doesn't work or if it's not the type of vibe, like, I don't mind leaving. Okay, I do not stay in situations that do not serve my highest divine good. I ain't feeling it. If I ain't happy, I'm out. So that's where I'm at. So yeah, thank you for joining me. And I'm about to go. This guy said I'm allergic to the grind and folks talking crazy. Hello, do you know? Like, do you know? Like, we not what? Like, I know some people like it, but I don't. I don't even think people like the motherfucking grind. I just feel like people are conditioned. Like, society conditions us, especially if you're not a rich person. Because, like, if you look at rich people, they ain't really motherfucking grinding. Like, some rich people, I feel like, yeah, maybe at some point in their life, they grinded for a period of time to get their wealth, but a lot of them didn't. It was for most of them, it was passed down through their family in some type of way, or it was strategic in either some type of investments or some type of business ideas or something, you know. Hey, Emily. Hello, the rich grind differently. And I think once people get out of that idea that they gotta work all the motherfucking time, I just feel like things will go a lot better, you know, because I just feel like you gotta prioritize your spirit, you know what I mean? And spiritual work is work, baby. Spiritual work is work. And if you're so focused on grinding, it's like you never have time to do your spiritual work. And that's what truly unlocks the life that you want to live. You know, that's like access to your life's blueprint. Because honestly, nobody's journey is the same. Like, whatever one person does to get to their success is not going to be identical to another person, even if they take some notes. You know what I mean? Guinness that says you will be able to breathe and see possibilities. Hello. And it's something as simple as like your morning routine. Like, if you think about it, like, because when I think about like how I used to view work and how, like, because it was a moment in time where I had like multiple jobs, girl. And I was always like clocking in somebody's company and shit like that. Like, even now, I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. Like, the fuck? Like, I like, no tea, no shade against anyone who does. Because I feel like we all got to go through whatever we got to go through to get to where we're supposed to be. So this is not meant to look down on anybody who clocks in or anything like that. It's just like, you know, this is like a think deeper on what you truly think work is versus what society tells you work is. And yeah, think about what, you know, how the rich grind. They don't grind the same. And think about, you know, the value of your time. You know what I mean? And what you truly desire. You know, like, yeah. So I realized when I used to be grinding a lot, working multiple jobs, doing shit that I really didn't love, like really not fucking with, like, loving life at all, feeling like, just feeling horrible and very depressed, I realized, like, I never had time for a morning routine. And it's so important. Like, I really, if I don't leave you with nothing else, it's like, you really got to start thinking about your morning routine. And morning routines need to have spiritual elements in it, you know, where you're meditating, where you're eating something that is nourishing to your body, where you're moving your body in some type of way that gets your energy, you know, flowing, you know, things that charges you up in the morning. Because it's like, your morning is like, it just sets the tone for your whole day. So if you don't have time in your morning, and normally I say to at least do 10 minutes of meditation. But honestly, I realized, like, when I started doing my morning routine and really getting more spiritually aligned and just growing spiritually, I remember having a moment where I was like, damn, this spiritual ritual, you know, the spiritual elements that I'm doing each day, this should take a lot of time. Because, like, it was a moment where I started waking up at 5 a.m. Well, I was trying to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. And even now, I'm still working on what my ideal day looks like. I mean, it's always been a shift, especially for me, because I'm switching areas and it's different things that happen when I'm in different environments. But realizing at one point, like, yo, I'm spending like 2 to 3 hours on my morning routine. But then having this shift in my mind, because at first it was like, I was trying to like rush through so that I can get to my activity for the day that was productive. But then just realizing, I guess it was uncomfortable for me at first because, you know, it just felt uncomfortable and like selfish to be spending so much time on my spiritual needs in the morning. And then, you know, feeling guilty like I hadn't done enough for the day productivity wise. And then just shifting that to realizing that no, taking care of my spirit during the day, in the morning, even during the day sometimes, because, you know, like I even realized like last week when I was having my meltdown for like 2 weeks, I did not go to the motherfucking park. And I already know Spirit told me this year. Spirit told, like, first of all, I'm an earth sign. Like my sun sign is an earth sign, and my rising sign is an earth sign. And I got an earth sign all through my motherfucking chart. And this year, there's a lot of shifts that are happening for earth signs, divine good. Basically, it's earth signs decade right now. So if you're an earth sign, baby, it's time to win, okay? It's time to eat. Like, and it's just, you know, following through. However, in that same light, it's like, you know, it's not saying that just because it's our decade that shit ain't gonna happen, that tower moments ain't gonna happen, or that you ain't gonna have a meltdown. But it's like your self-care is highly important, and being in nature is highly important, especially if you're an earth sign. Like if you're an earth sign, you go out in nature, it's like, baby, that's like, like your zen, you know what I mean? That's your regrounding. That's your lift. And literally, I went to the park. It's Friday right now in Bangkok. It's like 7:45 a.m. So I think it's 7:45 p.m. for y'all. 6:45 for some of y'all. But like 2 days ago, I went to the park, and I hadn't been to the park in 2 weeks, and I could tell the motherfucking difference. Like as soon as I got near the park, my energy was just like, yes, okay. Like I had got, girl, I got this amazing Indian food. I got some food. Like I got a whole little delicious meal because, you know, tourists like to eat, and I was in comfort with this park. I laid out, I listened to music, girl. I just was in a little grounding flow. And soon as I got to the motherfucking park, I remember, I was like, see, I'm motherfucking playing. I cannot not go to the park at least once a week. Like, I can't be playing these games with myself. Like, it's a lot of things about to be popping off this year, and I need to be at the park at least once a week minimum, if not more. Like, I really need to be living, like, walking distance from a park, but I gotta see once I move to this new place how far the park gonna be. But sus, We need to be in nature this year, okay? We need to be in nature. Emily says, are they won the lottery? LOL. Just say, oh, for the rich people. Yeah, some of them, I hear a lot of people be winning the lottery and they be squandering their money. But some of them make it shake. But yeah. So go to the park. Find you a morning routine. Focus on your spirit. Everything else gonna fall into place. Okay? Okay. Now I really gotta go because my computer's on 6% and I hate for this bitch to die on you. I'm a water Dennis guy says I'm a water sign. I need to stay at the beach. Baby, hello, get into the water. I was thinking about this too because literally when I stayed in Brazil, when I was at my work packing girl, I'm telling you, I can't wait to go back to Brazil. I'm so excited. I fucking love this place. Like, I literally, girl, I have found the weed, like organic, you know, chronic weed and all the, like, it has all kind of extra shit in it that's not good for you. So if you can get a hold of like organic grown weed, that's the best. And I basically found some fire ass organic weed. So it's like, you know, I get off in the morning from my shift. Like most time I get off at 7 a.m. I'll be done. Before that I wake up, roll me up a little, you know, roll me up a little bit and go literally, like when I tell you the beach was like maybe a 3 to 5 minute walk from my place. So I literally get off, my blunt already rolled, walk to the little bodega, give me a green juice and a little thing of plantains and a little bottle of water because you know you're going to have the munchies. And then I would just walk to the beach. And honestly, I did not swim a lot, even though I love, like this particular beach that I live by was so great because it's just like the ideal water type of levels where like if babies are there, they can swim fine. You can float, and then for people who like to do some deep diving, you can do all of that all of that, right? But they also had like these rock areas, so I would literally walk up to the rocks and just sit and smoke my blunt, watch the waves, get my green juice, have my snacks, hydrate myself, and then walk back and and sleep afterwards. Girl, I'm so excited to get back to the jail. So yeah, based off of whatever your sign is, getting out in nature in some type of way, if that means like getting into the water, if that means going to the park, whatever, do it, okay? Do it. So we on 4%. Like I said, I really hate for this to die on y'all. So I really got to go. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for everybody who commented. I'm going to see y'all next week. Like I said, follow me on Instagram at thecourtneywilliams. There will be some posts happening at least once a week. And that'll give y'all clues for what's happening next. As well, look in the description box. You can support me in any of those ways. They help me so much. So thank you in advance. And again, the retreat is happening in April. So I want to say the link to the retreat is also in the bio. But I got some really dope things. Okay? Like, about to be everything. So thank you for joining me. As always, remember, people will stay and make it worth their while. And I will see y'all next week. Ciao. Something's happening. I can close it. There we go.